Hello. Hello, and welcome to our Pajama Rama story time with Yoshi, the Gruffalo, and me. I hope you are having a wonderful time, you've enjoyed lots of stories, and I have one final bedtime story for you. It's called The Great Nursery Rhyme Disaster by David Conway. Little Miss Muffet was bored. She was bored of being in the same old nursery rhyme she'd always been on, and fed up of that big, fat, hairy spider. What I need, she told herself, is a change. So off she went to the next page of the book to find a better nursery rhyme to be in. Along the way, she met the grand old Duke of York. "May I be in your nursery rhyme?" she asked politely. "Oh, of course," said the grand old Duke of York. "Get in." Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them and Mrs. Muffet up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. "Oh," complained Miss Muffet, "there is far too much marching in this for me." And with that, she toddled off to the next page to see what she could find. Soon after, she saw Jack and Jill going up the hill. They were happy to let Miss Muffet in their rhyme. Jack and Jill and Miss Muffet went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Miss Muffet fell down and broke her crown, and Jack and Jill came tumbling after. "This nursery rhyme hurts too much," moaned a Miss Muffet, hobbling along to find another rhyme that wasn't so painful. On the next page, Miss Muffet spotted a mouse and an old grandfather clock. "May I be in your rhyme?" she asked. "Marvellous," said the mouse. "I was getting a bit bored of going up and down that clock." Hickory dickory dock, Miss Muffet ran up the clock. The clock struck one, Miss Muffet ran down. Hickory dickory dock, tick tock. "I look ridiculous," said Miss Muffet, and her cheeks turned almost purple with embarrassment. And with that, she sneaked off to find a rhyme that didn't make her look quite so silly. There were some naughty boys on the next page. Further on, little Miss Muffet met Johnny Finn and little Tommy Stout. The two boys giggled to each other, and they let her try out their rhyme. "Ding dong bell, Miss Muffet in the well. Who put her in? Little Johnny Finn. Who pulled her out? Little Tommy Stout." And a very wet Miss Muffet scoffed and ran to the next page as fast as she could. She was far too lovely to be that wet. It wasn't long before little Miss Muffet ran into the dish and the spoon. "May I be in your rhyme?" she asked politely. "Yes, you can. You can play the part of the dish," said the cow. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun, and Miss Muffet, she ran away with the spoon. "Splendid," said the cow, but the dish was not happy at all. "I'll have you know that I've been running away with that spoon ever since this rhyme was written," screamed the dish. And a terrible rumpus spilled over onto the next page. "Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Oh, wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? Watch out, everybody!" And then it spilled onto the next page. "The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts all on a summer's day. The King of Hearts, he stole the tarts and took them clean away. And before you could say, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, the whole book of rhymes was thrown into chaos. The Queen of Hearts wasn't making tarts anymore. Incy Wincy Spider was. Mary didn't have a little lamb, but instead she was followed by the 3 blind mice. And it wasn't Humpty Dumpty who fell off the wall, but old Mother Hubbard. What a mess. While all of this was going on, little Miss Muffet, who had now decided she was much happier back in her nursery rhyme, tiptoed quietly and returned home. But she soon realised why she left her nursery rhyme in the first place. Little Miss Muffet was sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Ah! I hope you've enjoyed our story time. It is now goodbye from Yoshi. Goodbye from the Gruffalo. And goodbye from me. But watch out for the Gruffalo!